And we welcome on Michael Angelucci on our Trocaire College live line from Level Financial Advisors talking about retirement. The theme of the day around here, Michael, because when it's Monday and you go back to work, you're always thinking about when I can stop, right? But for the answer of so many people in retirement, it's never. We were playing a report just a few minutes ago of somebody who said work is the new retirement. And I think a lot of people are listening to that and saying, "What? I thought that the whole point was to not work." Is that what you're finding is more and more the case nowadays?
It's scary. I think at least the thought would be you may have to work part-time in retirement. The facts are that Social Security just won't make up your lost earnings when you retire. For most people, it's going to be in the 40% range of what you were earning, and even less than that if you were a higher earner. So you have to have savings, and if you don't, you either have to delay when you leave your job or think about leaving your job and maybe picking up a part-time job to supplement yourself for a few years. And I sometimes do see that.
Do people go into retirement with that plan? Like, hey, all right, I have this much money saved, but I am going to work a little bit. I'll make some money this way, working part-time. Is that factored in to a lot of people's plans, or is it a necessity that, we thought we'd be sipping drinks on a chair somewhere?
It depends. It depends on what people want to do in retirement. If you just want to sit and sip drinks 365 days a year, as long as you can afford the drinks, sitting on the beach someplace, you might not have to do something. But some people we come across, they want to leave their job. They might be in their early 60s and they don't have enough saved, or they have some savings and they, like I said, they want to leave, but the only way you can make it work is say to them, you're going to have to do something. You have to make $12,000 or $15,000 a year, $20,000 a year for the next 10 years. And we have models, we have software that helps us look at that. But sometimes that's the only solution if you want to leave at a certain age and you only have so much money saved.
Every time we talk about retirement, it's always talking about how far behind people seem to be, that nobody can ever start saving soon enough, right? Is that still the case, one? And I guess number two is, how can people play a little bit of catch up?
I think the thing for catch up is you have to start. I mean, going back to your original question, there's a lot of people that most people are probably underprepared and don't realize how much money they'll need. We're living in an era where the classic retirement plan that you may have got from your employer is gone. So it's all dependent on what you're saving on your own or in a 401k plan. The biggest thing you need to do to catch up is just start. If your company has a 401k plan and they're doing matching, that's the proverbial free money. Get that. If they match up to 5%, try to save 5% into your 401k plan. If you can't right away, raise it 1% a year. If you don't have a 401k plan, open an IRA and start saving to that, even if it's $100 a month, or even if it's $3 a day. Some experts say doing a smaller amount makes it more palatable because, we have all these other expenses in our lives and it's seeming like it's an impossible task. But if you say, $3 a day, maybe I can do that, that will be a help. Anything you can do to get started and put money away.
So just start, but are you going to be looking at, if you're starting late, inevitably working longer than you wanted to?
That's absolutely it. It kind of goes back to what I said before. It depends if there's some things you want to do in your retirement and travel, and you may have a higher expectation for retirement. Yes, you probably will have to work longer if you're starting to save later, and or also do a little side job to make some extra income in retirement. And sometimes I tell people that's not all bad. Sometimes people are able to pursue some sort of other avenue that they wanted to. Maybe they like working with animals, so they'll work at a dog shelter or a pet store. Maybe they love golf, working as a starter at a golf course, or just something to get out and meet people. It's not all bad. It gets people out. Maybe some people do some things that will be tied into the purpose that will give them some joy in life. So it's not all bad, but it's not the dream that, we've kind of seen on TV commercials where you turn 65 and you're traveling the world and drinking Mai Tais on the beach.
Is the dream dumb, for lack of a better word? I mean, for everybody it's going to be different, right? But everyone kind of has this, quote unquote picture of retirement that I feel like very few people either one, actually achieve, or two, would actually want.
This is my opinion. I agree with you. I think that we've been selling, or the financial industry has been selling this dream that that they can do for you, right? You see the commercials, people come into the office and there's this pie chart and they walk away happy, and then you see them having big family vacations and traveling the world and golfing and doing whatever they want. And frankly, that's really not the reality for most people. This is a post-World War II kind of thing that has happened, and for the most part in America, where you can retire and do nothing. That's not the what's happened throughout human existence. But we've sold this idea that that's what life is, right? And for a lot of people, that isn't what life will be.
Well, it's good to keep in mind, too. Hey, thanks so much for joining us once again. Really do appreciate it, Michael. Michael Angelucci is with Level Financial Advisors, joining us on the Trocare College Live Line this morning.